In this video, I'm walking you through a full GoHighLevel automation tutorial from setting up your emails and SMS to creating triggers, delays, and tracking the complete system that makes your business follow up automatically. Most people don't lose leads because their product isn't good. They lose them because they take too long to reply. Hours go by, sometimes days, and by then that lead's already gone. So today I'm going to show you how to fix that. We are going to build one simple workflow that sends a text the second someone fills out your form, follows up with an email, and even reacts based on what your customer actually does next, all while tracking every step. Hey, it's Erin from Ecom Mastery, and I'm walking you through every click and every reason behind it. So by the end, you'll actually understand what you're building and not just copying what you see on screen. All right, let's dive in. Awesome. So before we start, you want to click the link down in the description and it'll take you to the GoHighLevel's trial page. Now this is important because it's not the normal trial, it's an extended free trial. So you'll click start a extended free trial and that gives you a full month to actually learn the platform instead of 2 rushed weeks. And trust me, those extra days make a difference. You'll have time to test your automations, design your funnel, and even make a few sales before you ever pay $1. All right, once you are signed in, you'll land on your main GoHighLevel's dashboard. So let's build this together. When you first log in to GoHighLevel, look at the menu on the left side. You'll see tabs like dashboard, contacts, opportunities, and right below that is automation. Go ahead and click automation, and once you're inside, you'll see a few options like campaigns and workflows. We're going to click workflows. This is where all of your automated systems live. Think of your workflow tab like the brain of your business. Every time someone fills out a form, buys a product, or joins your list, this is where GoHighLevel decides what happens next. Whether it's sending them a thank you text, following up with a reminder email, or moving them into your CRM, it all starts right here. Now on the top right-hand corner, click Create Workflow. You'll notice GoHighLevel gives you a few options, templates like abandoned cart, lead nurture, or welcome sequence. So those are great once you get comfortable, but for this tutorial, we're gonna start from scratch. So let's click Start from Scratch and then Continue. So the reason we're doing it this way is because I want you to understand how everything works under the hood. If you only use templates, you'll never learn what's happening behind the scenes, and that's what causes that confusion later on. So starting from scratch gives you full control. You'll know exactly what's triggering your automations and what it's sending and how to fix it if something ends up going wrong. Once you click continue, you'll see a big blank canvas. So this is going to be your workspace. Every step we add will appear here in a vertical flow top to bottom. So let's pause for a second because this is where most people underestimate automation. Automation isn't just about saving time. It's about giving yourself space to actually grow. When you're small, it's easy to reply to every email or text manually, but as soon as your business grows, you can't. So things start slipping and leads get cold. Not because you don't care, but because you're human. Automation is essentially what fills those cracks. It's like having a 24/7 assistant that never sleeps, never forgets, and always follows your instructions perfectly. And once you build one that actually works, you'll never go back. Okay, so let's start by adding a new trigger. You'll see a big list of options, things like birthday reminder, appointments booked, we got forms submitted, and so on. A trigger is what tells GoHighLevel to start the workflow. It's like saying, when this happens, do this next. So in case we want our automation to begin whenever someone fills out one of our forms, in the search bar at the top, type in form submitted and then select form submitted. So what this means is every time someone submits that specific form, whether it's a contact request, a free guide download, or an opt-in form, this workflow will kick in automatically. And normally when you click Form Is, you'll see a drop down that lists all the forms that you've built inside of GoHighLevel. So you want to select the exact one you want this automation tied to. For example, tutorial, e-com inquiry form, or free skincare sample form. And this part is super important. If you skip this, GoHighLevel will trigger this automation every time any form is submitted on your site. So you want to be specific, and if you have multiple forms, it could send the wrong message to the wrong person. So once you've selected the right form, you would normally just select this. You should now see the first box on the canvas. So because I do not have a form, I'm going to delete this, but normally you would add the form and select Save Trigger. So now you should see this as your first box on the canvas labeled Form Submitted. So that's going to be the start of your automation. Why speed builds trust? Now here's something to think about. People's attention spans are short. If someone fills out your form, they're curious right now, not an hour from now. So speed builds trust. If they get an instant response, they'll feel like you're professional and on top of things. But if it takes 10 minutes, they've probably clicked on someone else's site already. And that's why our next step right after the trigger is going to be a text message that fires instantly. So what we're going to do is hover over the form submitted box, and then we're going to click the little plus button on the bottom. It's going to be an action. So from the menu, you want to choose send SMS, which is already here. But if you were to type it, you can see communication has send SMS, and a new step appears. You can see a text box where you write your message, and this is the message your lead will receive as soon as they submit your form. So we can select a template. We didn't download any, so none will show up, but we can craft our own message. We want to keep it short and natural, something like, hey, and then we can include custom values. So right now, let's do contact and then first name. So, hey, name, thanks for reaching out. I just got your form. I will be sending more details to your email soon. Now, let me explain something important here. That little additional custom values, like their name, selected text, those are called merge fields. So they automatically pull the contact's first name from the form that they just filled out. You can change it to the phone, the number, the company name, the address, which really comes in handy if you want to like mass email. So because we put the contact's first name, it'll say, hey, Sarah, or hey, Alex. So this one detail makes a huge difference because it feels personal. Even though it's fully automated, you'll see fields for from number. So if you already have a business number inside GoHighLevel, select it here. If not, you can create one under the phone numbers tab later, and that's the number your messages will come from. And that's done. So yeah, once that's done, we want to click Save Action, and just like that, your first automated text is ready. Next, we don't want to bombard the lead with multiple messages at once. So we're going to add a short pause. So we are going to click the plus sign again because it is an action, and now we can select wait. So I'm going to type in here, it is going to be an internal action, select wait, and now this tells GoHighLevel to pause the workflow before moving to the next step below the wait. So click it, and then we can enter how long we want the time delay. You can wait for overdue, event, appointment time, if there is like another event. But what we are going to do is select time delay. And for this example, I like to set it for 1 hour. It's not too long, it's not too short, and it gives the conversation a natural flow. They get your text right away, and then an hour later, they will receive your follow-up email. You can change this to whatever makes sense to you. Maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's a day, maybe it's a week. It is totally up to your strategy. But for this example, an hour feels more natural and more human. Then we are going to click Save Action, and voila, we got wait after a text message. So now let's add the next message and email. Click the plus sign again because it is an action. Then we are going to select Send Email, and you'll see a new box open up. top where you can configure your message over here. So on the right side, you want to name this something like welcome email. So here, same thing with the subject. This is what they are going to see once they sign up or complete your form. And that's just for your reference later on. Next, fill in your from name. It's usually your name or your brand name. So I'm just going to put Erin LLC, but essentially that's that. Then your from email. So this should be your verified sending address, like hello@ecommastery.com. From the subject line, we want to keep something simple and warm. So what we can do is we can say, so for the subject line, instead of welcome, we can actually create a contact. We could do the first name again, so it'll automate it, and we can say something like blank, so their name, comma, here's what happens next. So again, you make it more personalized. It's amazing because it doesn't have to be their name. Again, you can have several different options here. Then in the body section, write the message you want your lead to see. If you promise them a free guide or a discount, include that link in there. If it's just a thank you, you want to make it personal. I just wanted to say thank you for signing up. So wanted, expect next. Amazing. So now you can add your logo at the top if you want, but you don't want to overdo it. Plain text emails usually perform better because they look like a real person sent them. Then when you're happy with the email, we will click save action. So now we can see that the whole flow is completed. We got a form submitted is the trigger. So when someone submits a form, they get a text message immediately. After 60 minutes, then a welcome email will pop in their inbox. The art of emails that actually get read. Most people think beautiful emails perform better, but the truth is simplicity wins. Plain text looks human. It feels like it came straight from you, not a robot. The goal of automation isn't to look perfect, but it's to feel personal. When your customer feels like there's a real person behind that message, that's when they read it, reply, and stay connected. All right, now we're going to make this workflow smart. We are going to click the plus sign again. Then we are going to search for if else. And this is how you make GoHighLevel think logically. You're basically telling it, if this happens, go down this path. If it doesn't, go ahead and do something else. So for example, you can set up a condition that says if the contact opened the email, send them a follow-up offer. If they didn't open it, you can wait another day and resend with a new subject line. But for this branch, you can put contact type, and then I put is, and then customer, or contact type is not customer. So what that does, so I'm gonna click save action. Okay, so I'll name it branch. Awesome. So I will click save action, and now we will see it on the left-hand side. The condition step is where GoHighLevel checks if something is true or not before deciding what to do next. So think of it like saying, if this happens, do that. If not, do something else. In this case, the condition says if contact type is customer, that means GoHighLevel is going to look at the contact record and check the field called contact type. If the person has been labeled or tagged as a customer, it'll follow the branch path on the left. That branch might send them a thank you email, add them to a customer only sequence, or give them a coupon code. It's whatever you decide. But if that contact doesn't match the rule, let's say they're just a lead or they haven't purchased yet, then the workflow follows the none path on the right, where it says when none of the conditions are met. So that path could send them a follow-up reminder, another nurture email, or maybe a did you forget something message. And you can do that by just adding a specific action. So this is how you turn a static system into an adaptive one. It's what makes GoHighLevel so powerful. It doesn't just send messages, it reacts to how your audience behaves. So once you set your if else condition, you want to click save, and now your workflow knows how you think. Another cool section is workflow AI. You can edit this workflow and describe specifically what you want. So you can even say like add a condition, and then when you type that, it'll ask you potentially what condition you want to change. There's so many different options. They teach you how to add the if else condition, which is essentially what we just did. But yeah, definitely a great feature. If you're still trying to figure out how to implement different workflows, you can just ask workflow AI. Another cool thing, on the left-hand side, click the Stats View tab, and it looks like a little pie chart. This section shows you all your numbers, how many texts were sent, how many were delivered, how many emails were opened, clicked, replied to, or bounced. These stats are like your health dashboards. So if you notice a low open rate, it means your subject line might need improvement. If your click rate is low, maybe your links aren't clear enough. Every number tells a story, and the more that you pay attention, the better your automations will eventually perform. Most beginners build a workflow once and then they forget about it, but the best marketers check this page weekly. They don't guess what works, they let the numbers tell them. So every little tweak you make here, even just changing one subject line or delay time, can double your conversions, and that's how you scale smart. So I'm gonna save my workflow, then head back to my workflow. And so what I'm going to do is, now that your automation works, let's make it smarter. We want to click back to the workflow and look on the right-hand panel. Now what we're gonna do is add a tag. So let's do the plus sign again. We can do add tag, and let's do this. Awesome. So tags are labels you can automatically attach to contacts to help you organize your audience. For example, you can tag someone as new lead, booked call, or customer one, and these tags help you keep track of where everyone is in your customer journey. You can also add a goal. So for our goal event, a goal tells GoHighLevel when to stop the workflow. Like once this contact books a call, stop sending them follow-ups. That way people who already converted don't keep getting the same reminders. So maybe we can click add goal. For example, maybe we can put appointment status. So you'll select your calendar. It'll pop up if it's inside of your calendar in GoHighLevel, and then they will automatically end the workflow. So if the contact reaches this specific goal that you created and it met its conditions, they will end the workflow for that specific contact. Why organization means scalability. This step right here, tagging and goal setting, is the difference between chaos and clarity. When you're managing hundreds of leads, organization is everything. Those tags and goals keep your automations clean, your data accurate, and your team in sync. Once you master this, you'll be able to stack new workflows confidently without ever worrying about overlapping messages or confusing your customers. If you have made it this far, you've built a full intelligent automation system. It texts, it emails, it thinks, it tracks, and it organizes. And now your business communicates 24/7 even while you sleep. This is the foundation that lets you scale. Once you learn this, you can start connecting workflows to funnels, integrating with calendars, and layering advanced logic. But it all starts with understanding this basic setup. Automation doesn't replace you, it amplifies you. It lets you focus on that creativity, growth, and the parts of the business only you can do. So test it, tweak it, and most importantly, use it, because once you see your first automation run, that moment when you realize it followed up while you were asleep, you'll understand why automation changes everything. I'm Erin from Ecom Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.